Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Let's Talk Football. My name is Liam. We are coming out of a massive weekend of Premier League action. One of those games included the Manchester Derby. This is going to be a review of the 90 minutes. We're going to take a look at the game itself, some of the talking points coming out of it afterwards, some of the quotes, and we're going to break down my thoughts and opinions on the game. If you are new to the channel, make sure you are subscribed, hit like, and get involved in the comment section. That is the entire premise of this channel. Let's talk football. Let's have a conversation. I want to know your guys' thoughts and opinions. All right, so the Manchester Derby is all done and dusted, and well, as the odds and as you may have guessed, Manchester City came out on top, 3-1 victors on the day. Now, it started off a little bit interesting. Manchester United took the lead early on. 8 minutes in at the Etihad, Marcus Rashford scored one of the goals of the season. First time strike off of a Bruno Fernandes pass, and it goes absolute top bins. What a finish at the Etihad, the home of your biggest rival. He silenced a few of his critics because, he's been in the press the last few weeks of not performing very well, not happy in where he has been playing. But he comes up with a massive goal 8 minutes in. United thought maybe a shock result was on the cards. But Manchester City do what Manchester City do. They have a plethora of talent, way too much firepower for Manchester United's back line to handle. And in the 56th minute, the game was evened up by Phil Foden. What a game Phil Foden had. He got involved so heavily in the 90 minutes. He actually scored the second goal as well for Manchester City in the 80th minute. It looked like that one was going to be the one to seal it and confirm the victory, and ultimately it was. And a little cherry on top, a little extra little bit, Erling Haaland scores the third goal of the game in the 91st minute. A terrible moment at the back for Amrabat, and it gets taken off of him, and Erling Haaland does what he does and puts the ball in the back of the net. I say that, but Erling Haaland also had one of the misses of the season within this game. The ball was put on a silver platter to him, one-on-one with an open goal. Somehow the most lethal striker in the Premier League decides to put his foot above his shoulder in a way and puts the ball over the bar rather than just a simple header back of the net and everyone celebrate. It was a weird moment. I gotta be honest. Erling Haaland has not been, his goal scoring self the past month or two, which is extremely harsh to say. He's still scoring goals. He's literally in the golden boot race of the Premier League at the moment, but he's not scoring like Erling Haaland did last season. I know no one's going to live up to that reputation. He came in flying, but what a miss that was. And I think City fans were rattled at that moment because it was still 1-0 Manchester United, and they went, this is not our day. This is just not happening. We can't get a win here. If we're missing chances like that, we're not going to get the victory. But like I did mention, Phil Foden, he took this game and he absolutely ran with it. 2 goals on the night. He was heavily involved in the link-up play. His running was just superb. He was finding all the open space in behind, coming short. Phil Foden, man of the match, definitely. Gareth Southgate was in attendance to this game. If Phil Foden's not one of the first names on the England team sheet, I don't know what's wrong with him, with Southgate as a manager. You look at what this man can bring to Manchester City, the best team in world football at the moment. Surely England goes, guys, give the ball to Phil Foden. He scores, he creates, he is just so good. Let's look at some of the numbers. And if you are a Manchester United fan, I would highly recommend you cover your eyes right now. It is not a pretty picture. Possession stats. It ends 73% for Manchester City compared to Manchester United's 27%. Corners, 15-2. I'm sorry? 15 corners in a game is absurd, let alone in a Manchester derby. Shots on goal, 8 for Manchester City, 1 for Manchester United. Congratulations, you got a 100% conversion rate today, boys. Good job. Applaud yourself off the pitch. Erik ten Hag is happy, but it was men versus boys. You were completely outclassed today. And my favorite stat out of all the numbers coming out of this game, the total amount of passes completed during the 90 minutes. Now, I know, Pep Guardiola teams, they pass the ball around plenty. The back four probably touch the ball a million times between them. Total number of passes completed within the 90 minutes. Manchester City, 801. 801. Manchester United, 305. 305. You know, only a difference of 496 completed passes. I'm sorry? That's actually insane when you think about the difference of that. I mean, like can I say, Pep Guardiola, that's his system. You're known for passing around the back. And I think United went into this game with a counter-attacking mindset. That's how Rashford got his goal. Onana over the top of everybody. Bruno Fernandes was able to control it, get on the end of it, find a pass to Marcus Rashford for his goal. I think they went in with that mindset because there was a couple other opportunities. I know Rashford was in behind once. He just had a bad touch. Nearly 500 passes difference between. That is wild. So what does this mean for the title race for Manchester City and the European race for Manchester United? Let's look at United first. I think they're in a sad state at the moment. So after this game was completed, they are in 6th place in the Premier League. They've played 27 games. They have a -2 goal difference, and they are sitting on 44 points. 7th place, right behind them, is West Ham. They are sitting on 42 points. And 5th place above United is Tottenham. They have played a game less, only 26, and they are sitting on 50 points. So, a bit of a gap. Spurs have a game in hand. I don't know if Manchester United make top 5 this season. I don't know. Don't forget, you have a very good Aston Villa sitting in 4th as well, currently on 55 points. I don't see them slipping up enough to lose a 9-point difference. I just don't see that. Manchester City, they are in the title race, and boy, is this season shaping up to be a glorious finale. Liverpool still got top spot. A 99th minute Darwin Núñez winner sees them keep top spot. This video was going to be a Darwin Núñez reaction. You know, I was going to be talking about Liverpool and how they just don't know how to stop. They don't have any quit in them. They go to the final whistle. And I was going to make it on that, but I went, it's a Manchester derby. You need to have a video on that. Liverpool top spot, 63 points. Manchester City, after the victory in the Manchester derby, they are sitting on 62 points. 3rd place is Arsenal. They have yet to play. They play on the Monday. I'm recording this on Sunday. I know it goes up on the Monday, but Arsenal will be playing against Sheffield United. You would expect all 3 points there for the Gunners. Currently on 58. If they do get the victory, they go to 61. So that would mean the top 3 is at 63, 62, and 61 points respectively. It's going to be a fantastic title race. I don't know which team slips up first. I don't know. I can't call it. They're all 3 playing superb football at the moment. And like I said, I don't know if Manchester United make top 4, top 5 even. I mean, a Europa League place, is that good enough for Manchester United, who want to spend money and want to compete in the Champions League, the premier competition? It's going to be tough. And I mean, Erik ten Hag's got pressure on him already. This team is playing poor football at the moment. Post-match, Ten Hag goes, oh, what a performance from our team. You know, they never stopped trying. They ran so hard. They leave this field proud. I go, did we watch the same game? You had a couple chances. I thought Andre Onana had one of his better games for you guys, but a 500 pass difference? What? Ten Hag, figure it out, man. Right now, I think people are saying, is this the guy? Does he have the right mentality for a big club like Manchester United? You can't come off the field after losing 3-1 to your biggest rivals. Go, yeah, great performance, everybody. I'm proud of us. What? To talk a little bit before we wrap this up, Phil Foden scored the 2 goals. Pep Guardiola, after the game, said, Phil Foden's the best player in the Premier League at the moment. Is he right? I mean, who am I to argue against Pep Guardiola? I think he knows a thing or two about football, but there's a couple names I would toss in that conversation, but Phil Foden is one of them at the moment. His form has been fantastic as of recently. 3-1 victory for Manchester City. Clean, simple. Yeah, it started off a little shaky, started off a little nerve-wracking for the Citizen fans, but ultimately, at the end of the day, the better team wins that one. They play United off the park. It is what it is. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and get involved in the comment section. I would love to talk to you guys about this match or the Premier League in general. I would just love to hear what you guys have to talk about and get to know your opinions and thoughts on the beautiful game. For Let's Talk Football, my name is Liam. We'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.